Hey YouTube, XX the Panzer XX here, and you're watching the Gamer Review. As you noticed, I've done a lot of Warhammer 40k reviews up lately, and people's been wanting me to do more Axis and Allies reviews, and you know, I love the game Warhammer, but it is kind of good to get back to, you know, the reason I started my YouTube channel in the first place, the Axis and Allies miniatures. I haven't done a comparison video in a while, so I figured I would take two of the best tanks that I have. I decided not to do the King Tiger for the Germans and decided to do the Tiger 1 instead. And I'm doing the IS-2 for the Russians. We're going to compare these. Alright, let's talk about the IS-2 first. There he is. Big motherfucking gun. Alright, let me show you the card now. Okay, the IS-2 is 61 points. Alright, it's a vehicle and it's a tank. It's got a speed of 3, which is, for a heavy tank, that's about standard, but for the Allies, it's a slower tank. It's got armor of frontal 7, rear 7, so it's a pretty good tank, and it has superior armor too, which you know what that is. So it's pretty good. Its attack against infantry is moderate at 887. And its attack against vehicles is stupendous at 18, 15, 12. And it's 61 points overall. So, you know, there's that. And then here is the Tiger 1. Okay. It's 56 points. So it's I fucking hate math. I'm thinking like 5 points cheaper than the other one. If that's wrong, I don't give a fuck. I don't like math. It's a vehicle and it's a tank. Its speed is the same as the IS-2. And its defense is 7 frontal, 6 rear. Its attack against infantry is slightly weaker at 776. And its attack against vehicles is only weaker at close range. But it has overrun ability, which once per phase, when this unit moves into a hex, you may disrupt one soldier in that hex. And I don't know why they say once per phase, since the Tiger tank can only move in the movement phase, not like infantry, so I don't know why they did that. It has extended range 10, which means it can shoot 2 hexes farther than the IS-2. Which means the difference in attack isn't going to matter that much. And it has superior armor too, compared to that. Alright. Okay, my thinking on this. The IS-2 is a stupendous tank. Stupendous. It's going to be tough to crack, and if it gets close, you're heck, even in the long ranges, but at medium and short range, it's going to destroy you, most likely on a single shot. And 61 points isn't bad for a tank that size. And it has good all-around defense, and its speed is, you know, it's a heavy tank. It's going to be slow. As for the Tiger, you know, it's a little bit weaker against infantry, but not much. What really gives the Tiger an edge, I believe, is even though it's weaker at short range, it can shoot 2 hexes farther. So the short range isn't going to matter that much, which basically, if they're facing off, you know, medium range or long range with 7 armor and basically the same defense, these tanks are the same. But, you know, and if they're close like that, then that tank has 1 dice edge, and that's it. And the Tiger can shoot 2 hexes farther. Even though it's weaker in the back, I think one thing that gives the German tanks an edge is they can shoot farther. So that's why, in this matchup here, for the best unit, the strongest unit is definitely the IS-2, but for the best unit, I'm giving it to the Tiger 1 for its ability. Basically, I'm giving it to the Tiger 1 because it's only 56 points. Its frontal armor can match the toughest Russian tank. Its guns is just a little bit weaker. It's like 1 dice weaker at short range, but it can even shoot farther than the toughest Russian tank. and it has 3 abilities compared to 1, not to mention one of the 3 abilities is the same ability there. So that's why I'm giving the best tank to the Tiger 1. If you're watching for my Warhammer reviews, the Alien Francis 60 wanted me to put up a review of all my Space Marine army. Well, I'm going to do that once I finish painting my drop pod, Delian. I'd say give me another day or 2 to finish the drop pod, and then I'll put up the video, okay? And if you watch my shows for the Warhammer reviews, I mean not Warhammer, sorry, for the Axis and Allies reviews, I'm going to try to do a bit more matchup reviews like this. But other than that, I haven't gotten any new figures. I'm trying to spend my money on Warhammer now, for a little while at least. And I barely have anybody to play with. Arctic Spetsnaz was wanting to talk about doing a video battle, so I may put something up on that. We'll have to see. So I'm kind of out of ideas for Axis and Allies besides doing matchups like this. So if anybody wants to do a video battle or has any ideas for me to do, I'll try my best to do it. And if you watch the gamer review for my video reviews, I apologize. I have been really lax on my video game reviews. I'm going to try to put more of those up. I apologize. But as always, I'm XX Panzer XX, and you're watching the gamer review. Until next time, XX Panzer XX out.